Hi, I am going to go over the 16-1 work together. First of all, in your book, this is on page 481. So I'm just going to read the instructions first. It says the adjusted trial balance for Superior Corporation for the year ended December 31st of the current year is given in the working papers. The beginning merchandise inventory amount is $86,789.15. I will guide you through the following examples. So we're going to prepare an income statement, and then we're going to do a vertical analysis of each amount in the fourth amount column. And we're going to round those percentages to the nearest 0.1%. Now, to save time, I went ahead and wrote down all the account titles because that takes quite a long time to write all of those down, and I didn't want to have to wait to write those down while going through this example here. So first of all, for an income statement, we need to have the who, what, when. So we have the who, which is the company, Superior Corporation. We have the what we're making, which is an income statement, and when. This is for year ended December 31st, 2000, and you can fill in the current year there. I just put dashes though for this example. Now this is going to show the financial standing of a business for a year, which is why it's for year ended. This first line here we're going to leave blank. It has a percentage of net sales over here to the right. If you do write your first title up one, it's fine. You're just going to have an extra blank line at the bottom. There's no need to erase everything if you've gone really far. Okay, so you also have with the work together the adjusted trial balance on the previous 2 pages as well that you will need to reference throughout this. Okay, first thing we will write is operating revenue. Far on the left side here, operating revenue is the revenue earned by a business from its normal business operations. Now underneath that we have sales, and we only have one type of sales. This is going to go over in our third column. So if you look at your adjusted trial balance on the back side here, you will find the amount for sales, $505,000. And that's going to be the amount that we will write in our third column here for sales. Okay. And you may ask, question you'll be wondering is, how do I know what column to write this in? Your final numbers will go in this fourth column over here. And then anytime we have to do calculations, we basically just back it up a column. So what we're looking to get here is net sales. That's going to go on the far right. Anything else will be to the left and working your way over. So the next line we'll have is less sales discounts and then less sales returns and allowances. And those two numbers will go here in the second column. So these two accounts are contra accounts to sales. You can look in your adjusted trial balance and find those numbers. Excuse me, got a lot of papers I'm moving around here. So sales discount we'll put in our second column here. That is going to be $1,318.55, and then sales returns and allowances is $3,153.26. Now, anytime we're going to be adding or subtracting here in our income statement, we need to draw a single line. That's what a single rule means, is that we're adding or subtracting. So we are going to add sales discounts, sales returns, and allowances, and put the total to the right of sales returns and allowances. If we add those two numbers together, it's $4,471.81. This is just common accounting practice that we know when we look at financial statements. If we see a number here to the right of another number with that single line, we just know that that means those have been added together. So if anyone who knows financial statements, including you guys now, you will know that that's what that means when there's a number there to the right. Now it says up here, less sales discounts, sales returns, and allowances. We're going to draw another single line here. And what we are going to do is we will take our sales and then we will less, which means we will subtract our sales discounts and sales returns and allowances. So the two numbers that are in this column, we are going to subtract from each other, and that will be our net sales, and that will go to the far right column here. So 501,425 and then 59 cents. This is a really important number on this worksheet because this is where we will get our percentage of net sales. I am going to put in 100.0. When we do our percentage of net sales, we will always divide by the number we have for net sales. If we divide this number by itself, it's going to be 1. So as a percentage, it's 100.0. So net sales, always going to be 100.0 over here. So that's our operating revenue section. The next section that we are going to do will be our cost of merchandise sold. This one is going to be with all of our purchases, basically. This is a merchandising business, so anything that we've bought, we need to go ahead and account for that next. So if we look down here, cost of merchandise sold, that line's going to be left blank. We need to look at our inventory, our merchandise inventory on January 1st. That's going to be our beginning merchandise inventory. And I believe they gave that to us in the book. I just got to get to it here. So it says in the instructions, the beginning merchandise inventory amount is $86,789.15. We are going to put that in the third column here. $86,789.15. We will then, so this is the amount of merchandise inventory we had at the beginning of our financial year, of our fiscal year. We had 86,000. From that, we went ahead and we bought merchandise and we sold merchandise. And that's the kind of things we need to calculate next. So next we need to take our purchases amount, and that needs to go in our second column. So if you look at your adjusted trial balance, that is where you will find the amount for purchases. It is $203,881 and then 1 cent. And then our next two numbers will be the only time we write in this very first column. We need to do the same type of thing we did up here for sales. We need to less the purchases discount and less purchases returns and allowances. So if you look in your adjusted trial balance, you will find those numbers there. Less purchases discount is $737.71. And then purchases returns and allowances was $1,196.01. We will again add these two numbers together and put the total of those two to the right. $1,933.72. Draw another single line, and this will give us our net purchases. So if we take our purchases and subtract the two contra accounts we have for purchases, that'll give us our net purchases, just like how it did for sales. And that's going to go in our third column here. So our net purchases, $947.29. So what we have here is we have our beginning merchandise inventory in January, and then we have all the things we bought throughout the year. So to calculate our total cost of merchandise available for sale, we will need to add them because we had our inventory plus all the things we bought during the year. And since we are adding, we will draw a single line, and then that will give us our total cost of merchandise available for sale. And that will be $288,736.44. Our next number here, this is going to be for our merchandise inventory December 31st. And you can find that from your adjusted trial balance. We did an adjusting entry to bring our merchandise inventory up to date. We did our physical count, and then it's like, hey, this is what our merchandise inventory should be in store, and we either had to add or subtract from merchandise inventory to bring it up to date. But this right here, merchandise inventory and our adjusted trial balance, this is our ending merchandise inventory. So the 81,000 and then $17.26. That is the amount of merchandise we currently have in our store right now. Excuse me. Go ahead and draw a single line you can see that. I'll make it a little bit darker or thicker so you can see it better. So we have our total cost of merchandise that we have available for sale. That's what we had at the beginning of the year, plus all of our purchases. And then we have less merchandise inventory. That's what we have left at the end of the year. So if we subtract those two numbers, the 288,000 number, subtract the 81,000 number, that will be the cost of merchandise that we have sold during the year. So subtract these two numbers, and you will get $207,719.18. So that's how much we've sold during the year. We will need one more single line. And to calculate our gross profit, we will take our net sales, subtract our cost of merchandise sold. So $293,706.41. So that is our gross profit. These numbers are all really important. Financial statements are really important to those who make decisions for the business. The next thing we need to do to finish up this little section here is we need to calculate our percentage of net sales for our gross profit and for our cost of merchandise sold. To calculate that, you will put in the number we have for cost of merchandise sold, and then you will divide it by your number of net sales. So I got my calculator here. I'm going to take 207,719.18 cents, and I will divide that by my net sales number, $501,425.59. And this is going to be a decimal, but I'm going to want to put this here as a percentage. But I'm going to get 0.41425, so on. I'm going to move the decimal place 2 points to the right to make it a percentage. And this is going to be 41.4%. So I'm just going to put 41.4. Going to do the same thing this time to our gross profit. And we'll divide it by the number we have for net sales. And this time we will get, if we round, it's going to be 58 point, and we have 5/7, so we'll round that to 6, so 58.6. One thing I want to point out is that these two here will equal 100. Since they're both of these numbers, they'll just work out, so it'll equal 100. The next section here, we are going to then list all of our expenses. Listing our expenses here, we're going to put them in our third column, and we'll take this from our adjusted trial balance. So our first one is advertising expense. We will put in $3,744. And we're going to go down with the rest of our expenses. And I'm just going to pause that and write all those numbers in and come back when I'm done. Okay, one thing, your account titles up here will always be the same for when you do the rest of these. The only thing that might be different is your expenses. You just have to go through your adjusted trial balance and write down what expense accounts that you have. So I wrote down all of my numbers here. I need to draw a single line, and then for total operating expenses, put the total over here to the right, which is $201,144.12. If I draw a single line here, my income from operations, that is going to be calculated by taking my gross profit, 293,000 number, subtracting my income, my total operating expenses. So my income from operations is $92,562.29. We're going to do percentages for each of these. If you go ahead and calculate them, you can pause the video and then come back. The total operating expenses will be 41.1, and then the income from operations is 18.5.